and Online Protection Centre. A rundown now of what else is happening. Charlotte's got the very latest.
Thanks, Eamon. Police are still trying to identify a body found in the River Aire in Shipley in West Yorkshire. Officers said it was too early to link the discovery to any missing persons inquiry, including that of a prostitute. They're there.
What does happen when they're there? How unprofessional. The very thought of it. Very unprofessional. We've got breaking news coming in from police saying 2 children taken from...
On Sky Movies.
Hello, good morning. Good to see you. The gang's all here. We've got John Gaunt bringing you the newspapers very shortly. Good to see you, John, on this Wednesday morning. Leading the news this morning, it is breaking news because we're hearing from Lincolnshire Police that the 4-year-old Protection Centre. John Gaunt with your newspapers after Charlotte with a rundown of what else is happening. What have you got?
Thanks, Eamon. Police are trying to identify a body found in the River Aire in Shipley in West Yorkshire. Officers say it's too early to link the discovery to any missing persons inquiry, including that of a prostitute at the site.
You know, that's an interesting one, that Donald Trump business, whatever, because there's nothing, when done right, looks as beautiful as a well-managed golf course and golf estate. You just wonder what all the hassle is about that. Brings jobs.
The location where he's planning to put it.
Yeah, by the sea. It's a links course. It'll look lovely.
I know, but I think there's sort of protected areas in there as well.
Look,
you can't just.
At the minute, my garden's been ravaged by some sort of badger. Does anybody care about that? That sort of environment? How do you put pen to that?
You should be pleased with the fact that you're perhaps a badger sanctuary. That's a very important role to play. You're making a little badger very happy.
A little badger.
They spread TB. We need a colour badgers.
Turf muncher.
That's what we need, Charlotte, but you won't like that opinion.
You won't. This is John Gaunt. He's got an opinion or two with the newspapers, and Charlotte will butt in and give her point of view as well. And the first thing is, I think we're all going to be agreed on this one. This is the sun, the good weather, people out there getting sunburned, but some mum has put her baby in harm's way.
She doesn't deserve the word mum or the title mum applied to her. It just goes to prove that really we need to have exams for people who want to have kids. Infant boy fried as mum gets tan, Eamon. I showed the mum blisters on a naked baby's leg saying sunburn, sunburn. This woman was walking up the beach in Brighton. The kid was naked. The kid's about 5 years old. His skin was completely blistered. Well done to this chap here, Alex Coulson, who confronted her. She didn't speak very good English, so she didn't seem to understand that a child was sunburnt. He's got 3rd-degree burns, 40% burns all over his body. I'm sorry, you know, this is just completely outrageous. And every person in Britain should be absolutely angry about this morning. This kid obviously needs taking off this woman, and she needs clear education on how to be a mother and how to bring up this child. This is abuse. This is abuse. Not to look after your child. And you know, it's not just... The child
was hospitalised and a plastic surgeon consulted.
I was in Barbados a few years ago, and this woman shall remain nameless. It's not just women like this. This woman's a very middle-class newspaper commentator, and she's walking up the beach in Barbados, and my mother-in-law said to me, look at that little kid there, look at that little kid. The kid was burnt. Eventually, the woman comes over and says, oh, I forgot to bring the suntan lotion. Can you help us out? So the mother-in-law gave the suntan lotion. She said, you need more than suntan lotion. You need to get some fluid in that baby as well. There are people in this country who are having children, you know, God's gift, whoever your God is, and just do not know how to bring them up. And it's not just working-class people, I say. It's very middle-class woman, which I'll tell you off air who she is. And she was an absolute disgrace. And I'm telling you now, this kid needs taken off her, this woman needs to have proper education, and this woman needs to be told this is abuse.
Well, I don't think you can necessarily say she's never a child taken off her. Of course, it's no. Of course, this shouldn't happen.
She roasts her child.
What does she have to do then to have the child taken off her?
This could be a complete one-off. You can't make a judgment like a child should be taken away from her.
I'm saying the child should be taken off her until the woman is educated in knowing how to bring up a child. That's what's wrong in this country. That's why we get baby Peter, Charlotte, with your stupid, limp-wristed attitude to life. We need to intervene earlier. We're talking about a child here who's seriously hurt.
You can't make judgments like their child should be taken off.
All right, but maybe other people know better.
Now, here's the bizarre thing then. Who's got children? You and I.
Yes.
Who hasn't? You.
Right, well, OK.
We'll see how many emails come in on that one.
Yes, and very interesting to hear the story of the man who actually confronted this woman
well done to him.
as well.
Well done
very interesting. Diane Abbott, she's topped a poll in the Labour leadership.
This is brilliant. Left-wing firebrand Diane Abbott has topped the first major opinion poll since she entered the Labour leadership race. However, it's in the Mail. When you read it a bit further, it's mostly Lib Dems and Conservative voters who have voted her. There's a surprise.
That's like Man United supporters wanting Rafa Benitez as the Liverpool manager.
To stay at Liverpool,
yes.
I mean, Diane Abbott, God bless her. It'll be a fantastic race, but at least she means that those identikit people like the Miliband brothers, who sound like an end of a pier act, and then Ed Balls, who would like to fall off the end of a pier, will actually have some kind of challenge. So good on Diane Abbott.
Front page of the Daily Telegraph, and they say when it comes to paying back the national debt, it's the middle classes who'll do it.
Yeah, well, what really offends me about this, I haven't got a buy-to-let, but a lot of my mates have got buy-to-lets. They bought little houses, maybe their kids are living in them at university or a little place abroad in Spain. These people now are going to get hammered for capital gains tax up to 40 or 50%. They've already had their pension stolen by the previous government. They've put away a bit of money in bricks and mortar because most of us think that's the best way to invest. Now they could lose up to 40 or 50% when they go to sell that second property. I'm sorry, that's wrong. These people are just trying to make a little nest egg for themselves in their future, and to pay 18% is fair, to pay 40 or 50 is completely wrong. It's attacking the wrong people. She was attacking the feckless, the freeloaders, the long-term useless, not people who are trying to save for their future.
Duchess of York, she's having financial troubles as well. This is in the Times.
Well, she was looking after her future, wasn't she? It says here in the Times, Duchess of York urged to disclose all her business introductions to Prince. The only way we're going to find out for sure how much the Prince knew and how much he didn't know, of course he denies knowing anything about it, is we need a full investigation into this, because it's been revealed that she has introduced other people to him. So we need to know, did Fergie trouser some money? And if she did trouser some money, we need to know, is there any connection with the Prince? I'm sure the Prince would love to do that as well, to completely clear his name, because a lot of people are saying no smoke without fire, which of course isn't fair if it's not true. Let's have a full investigation.
Glastonbury, you two have had to pull out. Bono's got a back problem.
Yeah, tragic, isn't it? Pity it's not
like
permanent paralysis.
What are you talking about?
His vocal. I can't stand him. He's a jumped up little bonehead who's never done anything in his life apart from being a rock band. He walks around the globe as if he's the Messiah. I hope his back gets back better eventually. But when I need to be told what I think about the world and world poverty, but hang on, let me finish this, please, important, by somebody who's never had a decent job in his life and he went to public school, I'll ask. Until then,
all I wanted is a bit of music at Glastonbury. What's that got to do with? I must
admit, I'd rather watch U2 than the replacements. Imagine you paid all that money for your ticket.
Dizzy Rascal?
Dizzy Rascal, Kylie, or Jay-Z, as I call him. I think it's Jay-Z, isn't it? You know what I mean? What's up with you? You're not talking to me now.
No, nothing. I was just going to say, perhaps at the top of the page, we should have said that John Gaunt hasn't had much sleep, and that's why he might be in a particularly feisty mood this morning.
Well, let's just see who agrees with me and who agrees with you.
We will.
I say take the child off her and educate her. Let's just see whether all the mums out there agree with you, Charlotte,
I'm just
that
saying
we shouldn't
you can't
intervene.
make sweeping statements until you
Charlotte,
know the full facts.
You wouldn't even let your little doggy be sunburned.
Yes,
remember that?
Precisely. And you want to protect the lovely little badgers that are wrecking his garden.
Wrecking my garden, you're right. The disgrace my garden was in this morning. Right, news at sky.com. Let us know what you think. At Sky Charlotte, at Eamon Holmes. And we promise John will be well warmed up by the second time round with his newspaper review. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Eamon. Thank you, Charlotte.
We go to South Afghanistan now.